Many times people will ask us, well, why do we live on an island? In particular, why do we live on Orcas Island? Why would you get on a ferry to go to America? Well, with this video we hopefully can show you why we live on Orcas Island. Here's the approach on the ferry to Orcas Island from America. Here's our home, the front of our home on Orcas Island. And here's the back of our home. This is the kitchen area. We're looking into the living room. And this is the view from the upstairs areas looking out over Cascade Bay. If you have to be in the kitchen and you have to cook, you want to have a good view. Or you can go downstairs into the den and find yourself a good book. Then people say, well, what is there to do? There's always plenty of things happening on Orcas Island. There's float planes coming in.
It should be on our side here when they come in.
There's float planes that take off about 3 to 5 times a day during the summer to Seattle. So anytime you want to go to the big city, it's just jump on that plane and you're there in about 45 minutes. There's large numbers of boats that come in. Some big, beautiful boats that come from all over the world. So that's kind of interesting. But what about the weather? Well, it does rain up here, but you can see we also get rainbows. Sometimes the weather is the nicest part of living up here. You always get a sunrise. You always get some kind of a beautiful day. And even on the gloomy days, it can be quite beautiful. And yes, every once in a while it does snow. If it does rain, you go down to Rosario, which is a resort just down below the house. And you meet up with a couple of your good friends and have yourself a drink. Or maybe even go for a walk around the grounds and look at all the beautiful flowers and trees. Maybe a walk down to the pond, built back in 1915. Take a look at the few of the boats. And maybe even some new boats that have come in. Look at the crowds, there's 2 people there. Or you could head up to the mountains, which is 5 minutes away from the house. And you look like you're in the middle of the Sierra high country. You can climb the top of Mount Constitution. Maybe pass a few waterfalls on the way. Once you get up to the top, you have views from Vancouver, British Columbia, all the way down into Seattle. There's miles and miles of trails. And that's where Ingy lives the best. Home. Or you can get on a boat, go out and take a look and see if you can find some Orcas whales. There's about 3 pods of them out here, and it's a really nice way to spend the day. On this clip here, you get a chance to see one of the reasons why we love our daughter so much. Take a look at this smile. We sure love her. Then I'll go down and just bug the heck out of my good friend Rod. Let's go for a ride on the biplane. Apollo 8 astronaut, Bill Anders. Then I can always take a walk down to the hangar and go check out my plane. Once we've done a thorough check and it's 100% ready to go, we'll go strap ourselves in and go have some fun. One of the best things about flying is you get to get up in the air and you see the world in a completely different perspective. It's just indescribable at times. Lucky, you have a wonderful wife that lets you live on an island or flying over your own home in your own airplane. Doesn't get much better. Then you can run over to West Beach, check that out, come back home, sit on the deck, find yourself a little buddy to go for a hike with you, climb to the top of the mountain and look down over Rosario. But then there's another day coming and there's things to do. You gotta feed the deer. Check out and see if there's any new boats in there. Maybe take a walk up to the lake. Looks like you're a million miles away from the ocean. If you're real lucky, you have a little buddy that'll go for a walk with you. Then if the sun hasn't set yet, you can get just a little bit more flying in for the day. One of the best things about living on this island is having your wonderful friends and your wonderful family make the trip all the way up here to see you. Maybe they're curious, but they all seem to have a big smile on their face. So I think they understand. Coming from all over the world here's our 1-year-old grandson wanting to learn how to fly already. Look at the smiles and the wonderful people we're so fortunate to have in our lives. Coming all the way from Georgia. And here I am, enjoying life to the max. My precious angels to make it all worthwhile. And the one person that I owe everything to, the love of my life. So hopefully you understand now why we live on Orcas Island.